What's good, everybody? It's RFG back at it today, and I'm going to be going over more information regarding the intelligence of dolphins and just their whole role and significance to our world's ecosystem. I'll also be touching on certain civilizations and certain ancestors that we had that held the dolphins in high regard. Okay. Um, this video I'm gonna show to start, this video off is gonna be about 5 minutes. This guy is just gonna touch on, their intelligence level and their importance in the ecosystem, and I'm gonna back his information up with the information in the second half of this video. So just listen up, stay tuned, and just listen very carefully because he's about to explain some very important information.
That's because dolphins are one of the smartest animal species on Earth. So exactly how smart are they? Like whales and porpoises, dolphins belong to the group of aquatic mammals known as cetaceans, who comprise 86 different species and share a common link with ungulates, or hoofed animals. Originally land mammals, the first cetaceans entered the water about 55 million years ago as large predators with sharp teeth. Then, a shift in ocean temperatures about 35 million years ago reduced the availability of prey. One group of cetaceans who survived this disruption, the odontocetes, wound up smaller with less sharp teeth, but also larger and more complex brains that allowed for complex social relationships, as well as echolocation to navigate and communicate. Jump ahead to the present, and modern dolphins' brains are so large that their encephalization quotient, their brain size compared to the average for their body size, is second only to humans. Dolphins have evolved to survive through their ability to form complex social networks that hunt, ward off rivals, and raise offspring together. For example, one group of Florida dolphins practices a sophisticated form of cooperation to hunt fish. A dolphin designated as the eater kicks up mud, while another for the other dolphins to simultaneously line up and catch the escaping fish. Achieving a goal like this requires deliberate planning and cooperation, which in turn requires some form of intentional communication. Dolphins pass down their communication methods and other skills from generation to generation. Different dolphin populations exhibit variations in greetings, hunting strategies, and other behaviors. This sort of cultural transmission even extends to tool use. One group of bottlenose dolphins off the Australian coast, nicknamed the Dolphin Sponge Club, has learned how to cover their rostrums with sponges when rooting in sharp corals, passing the knowledge from mother to daughter. Dolphins have even demonstrated language comprehension. When taught a language based on whistles and hand gestures, they not only understood what the signals meant, but that their order had meaning, the difference between bringing the ball to the hoop and bringing the hoop to the ball. So they were able to process two of the main elements of human language, symbols that stand for objects and actions, and syntax that governs how they are structured. Dolphins are also one of the few species who pass the mirror test. By recognizing themselves in mirrors,
Wow.
They indicate physical self-awareness, and research shows they can recognize not just their bodies, but also their own thoughts, a property called metacognition. In one study, dolphins comparing two sounds could indicate a same, different, or uncertain response. Just like humans, they indicated uncertainty more often with difficult trials, suggesting aware of what they know and how confident they feel about that knowledge. But some of the most amazing things about dolphins are their senses of empathy and altruism.
Okay, that's really about it as far as the video. This right here, he's showing dolphins that actually are able to save people from death if their boat has sunk or they somehow crash landed, but their ship or plane crashed in water. There are plenty cases of dolphins actually rescuing humans and moving their bodies to the surface of the water so the humans can breathe. Okay, there's been numerous cases of people literally getting saved by intelligent dolphins, okay, from drowning. Okay, so that about sums up the information on this video. If you want to see this video for yourself, okay, this is the article and the website to go to. Okay, very, very mind-blowing information. I want everyone to know that dolphins are part of a group, part of a animal group known as cetaceans. Now, cetaceans are basically mammals that are aquatic. They're aquatic mammals. They are not fish. They live in the water. Let me repeat myself. They live in the water, but they are not fish. Okay? They're warm-blooded. They give birth to live babies, and they breathe air. They breathe oxygen. Okay? They do not have gills, and they're called cetaceans. Got whales and dolphins, seals, and manatees. Okay? So this cetacean group consists of seals, manatees. Okay, manatees live in the Caribbean and Florida as well. Whales, okay, and dolphins. Those are cetaceans. Now, what this government is trying to keep secret and is not telling us is that these cetaceans have a lot in common with humans, okay, and have a very large cranium, okay, that holds a very large brain, and they have a lot of characteristics that are similar to humans, okay. Okay, so what I'm here to tell you is these cetaceans are directly linked with humans. Okay? They're basically the gap in between humans and fish. Okay? Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And I'm going to be proving that by showing a group of people that live in Zimbabwe, okay, that basically proves genetic splicing took place between our Kemetic ancestors and our ancestors all over the world. Okay, a genetic splicing program took place across this world. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this picture right here is of a man from the ostrich people of Zimbabwe. Okay? This right here is a picture of a man from Zimbabwe, okay, with ostrich feet. And the tribe that he's from is known as the Vodoma tribe. The Vodoma tribe. Okay? Go look up the Vodoma tribe. Okay? These people were spliced with human and ostrich DNA. Okay? And right here, this person who put this collage up together knew exactly what the hell he was talking about. Because this is what our ancestors were talking about when they put animal heads on their gods. Okay? It says that the gods had animal DNA and, what we would call human DNA. This is why we should not be eating animals. Think about it. Our ancestors put animal heads on their gods. But if that's the case, why would it be okay to eat animals? Because the animals have a spirit just like us, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Go look this up. The Vodoma tribe, they have partial ostrich DNA and human DNA. So they come out with ostrich feet. With ostrich feet. Go look it up, people. The Vedoma tribe. Okay, North Zimbabwe. Okay, let's see if I can get any closer pictures. It's one picture right here. This right here. Another collage. Another collage. So when we study this Vedoma tribe, okay, we're gonna see how many numbers, what's their tribe population. Okay, their tribe population is roughly 16,000. Now, when you hear the mainstream articles about this tribe, they're gonna tell you that this tribe has a genetic defect, that this attribute, you see what I'm saying, that caused them to only have 2 large toes, is just a genetic defect. Okay, that's what mainstream science is going to tell us. Okay, that's what it's going to tell us. Okay, now I'm going to slap some common sense into everyone and bring to the forefront that if this is just a genetic defect, why would mostly all of the members of this tribe have this quote unquote genetic defect? Why wouldn't it be a smaller portion of the population of this tribe? Why would it be nearly all 16,000 members of this tribe if this was just some kind of genetic defect? I thought genetic defects were a rarity. You see what I'm saying? That only affected 1 in every 100,000, 1 in every 50,000. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a whole tribe of people. This is a whole tribe of people that are being born with ostrich feet right in front of our faces. Okay? Right in front of our faces. That genetic splicing took place on this planet thousands of years ago. Okay? And our ancestors did this basically as a breeding program. Okay? And this was kept secret by mainstream science, by certain organizations like Smithsonian. Okay? This was kept secret. Also by the individuals that, are part of the pharmaceutical industry that claim these findings as quote unquote genetic defects. And they're not. It's a result of genetic splicing. There is a difference. Okay? So what I want to tell everyone is that these dolphins are also a result of genetic splicing. Okay? A piece of their DNA is of course a fish, okay, a certain large fish, and another portion of their DNA goes back to the Nommos gods. Okay? I want everyone to go on Google or whatever search feed they're more comfortable with and go to a website. Okay? It's called N5D Esoteric Metaphysical Spiritual Database. Okay? N5D.com. N5D.com. Okay? This is an article that was written by a man who's sharing the information that he got from a book, okay, that came directly from the information from the Dogon tribe. His name is Greg Prescott. Okay? Go check his information out. This article is very astounding. It says that dolphins have intrigued people for thousands of years, not only for their intelligence, but for their connection to us and our galactic history. The Dogon tell a legend of the Nommos, okay, which were awful looking beings who arrived in a vessel along with fire and thunder. The Nommos who could live on land but dwelled mostly in the sea, were part fish, like merfolk, mermaids and mermen, similar to creatures that have been noticed in other ancient civilizations. Babylonia's, the Oannes, and the Assadia's Ea, okay, and Sumer's Enki, and Egypt's goddess Isis. It was from the Nommos that the Dogon claimed their knowledge of the heavens. Okay, the Dogon also claimed that a third star, Imaya, existed in the Sirius system. I'm assuming they're talking about Imaya Tolo, existed in the Sirius system, larger and lighter than Sirius B. This star revolved around Sirius as well, and it orbited a planet from which the Nommos came from. That is Xylanthia, okay? That is Nyan Tolo. The planet that this person just spoke of, okay, that is orbiting Sirius A, okay? No, it's orbiting Sirius C, and Sirius B is orbiting this planet. That is Nyan Tolo, and that is what the scholars call Xylanthia. Okay, here's another video on the same information. Okay, the Nommos are a race of beings that take the physical forms of dolphins, whales, mermaids / mermen. Their home world is a planet in the Sirius star system that is mostly warm aqua blue water. Many of the Nommos walk upright. They are known for their highly advanced use of sound, okay, communicating through sound vibrations. Okay, remember what the Predator did in those Predator movies. It's the same sound of the dolphins, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I just stumbled across that information. The same chirping sound that the dolphins create is the same one that the Predators did and the Predator movie series. Okay, and I broke down how the Predator is basically the Yautja Prime warriors, okay, that are directly tied to the Nommos, who come from Nyan Tolo, the planet orbiting 2 stars. Okay? It says the Nommos play an important role in Earth's evolution. Right now, they are the guardians and guides of the portion of etheric Syrians who are in dolphin, whale, and mermaid or merman bodies in order to maintain the biosphere of Earth. The etheric Syrians is the soul group that was given Earth as their new home when their former home, Sirius B, imploded. Okay? So there was a planet orbiting Sirius B that completely imploded and was destroyed. Okay? There was a battle that was going on between the Nommos and Draconians. Okay? The entities that live in inner Earth as we speak, the Draconians. When Earth ascends, the etheric Syrians will take over as guardians of their planet. Those in aquatic form will have the choice to change form and take on a human body, okay? Walking the Earth as a land guardian. Many of the etheric Syrians in aquatic forms are making this choice now and therefore are beaching themselves. They are returning to the Nommos homeworld for training on being in a human body so that they can return to Earth as land guardians. Those who are etheric Syrian soul group are usually very drawn to the whales and dolphins. They also can be found in organizations and groups whose focus is healing the Earth and conserving her resources. The majority of etheric Syrians are found among black, red, and brown faces of the Earth. Okay? So right there, it says the majority of etheric Syrians are found among the black, red, and brown faces of the earth. So they're saying the most melanated people on the earth, okay, have the strongest connection to these deities, to these Nommos, to these Sirius gods, okay? This is another video on the same information, showing dolphins communicating with dogs, dolphins communicating with cats, dolphins communicating with polar bears. Okay, the Dogon say that their astronomical knowledge was given to them by the Nommos, amphibious beings sent to Earth from Sirius star system for the benefit of humankind. Okay? The name comes from the Dogon word meaning to make one drink. And the Nommos are also called masters of the water, the monitors, basically the instructors. Okay? They came to Earth somewhere to the northeast of the Dogon's present homeland when their vessel landed after a spinning, whirling descent, and with a great noise and wind, it skidded to a stop, scoring the ground. And at that time, a new star, perhaps a mothership, was seen in the sky. The legend depicts the Nommos as partly fish-like in appearance and living mostly in the sea. These creatures bear a striking similarity to those creatures called the Oannes by the Babylonians, and the Sumerian creature called Enki. Okay? Even the Egyptian god Isis was depicted as what would be later termed as a mermaid. In all cases, these gods were related to the worship of Sirius. Okay? The gods that came from Sirius. Now, I said Isis really means the genes of Isis. And Isis was the moon goddess, was the mother moon goddess. So in the Bible, the genes of, when you talk about Genesis, you're talking about the genes of Isis. You're talking about the creation of the original melanated people in the solar system. That breeding process, that genetic splicing process took place on the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Not a joke, not a game. These dolphin-like entities are also known as the Isugen. The Isugen. Okay? This is what the Nommos look like according to these books, okay, that are being written, getting this information from the Dogon tribe in West Africa. Okay? So there was a genetic splicing program that basically synced Nommos DNA with fish DNA, and it created a dolphin-like creature. Okay? There has to be a gap. There has to be a gap between cetaceans and humans. Okay? Remember what I said cetaceans were. Cetaceans are dolphins, whales, seals, and manatees. Okay? There has to be a gap or a bridge between cetaceans and humans. And that bridge, okay, that bridge is what we would call the merman or the mermaid, which would be a dolphin-like humanoid or a fish-like humanoid. Okay? Just go watch the movie Hellboy. One of the main characters in Hellboy, he was a fish-like humanoid. His name was Abe. His name was Abe. His name was Abe Sapien. Abe Sapien, right there in front of our faces. Abe Sapien, who is Abe in the Bible, the father of man on this planet, the father of man on this world. So right here, they named this fish-like creature who resembles the Nommos gods. Okay? The gods that came from the Sirius star system and were aquatic, and they looked amphibious. They were amphibious-like. Okay? Right here, It's showing Sumerian dolphin folklore right here in hieroglyphics, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It says in Sumeria, dolphins were connected to Ea Oannes and the deity of the sea, and sometimes with the goddess Isis in Egypt. The ancient Celts attributed the dolphin with well worship and the healing powers of water. Okay? And the image of people riding dolphins is seen on some Celtic artifacts, and Australian Aboriginal tribes claim to be direct descendants of dolphins. Ladies and gentlemen. This is coming directly from the Aborigines of Australia. So in Sumeria folklore, in Aboriginal folklore, in West African folklore, okay, in Native American folklore, also in Polynesian folklore, human ancestry and human history is directly linked to these dolphins, okay? Directly linked to these dolphins, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, like I said, the bridge between these cetaceans and the humans, okay, has to be this Nommos DNA. It has to be the Nommos DNA, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. Mammals that exist, mammals that thrive in the water, but there's, you know what I'm saying? They can't breathe through the water. They have to go up and breathe the oxygen, breathe the air, because they still have partial human DNA. And if you think humans cannot be spliced with other animal DNA, you are a goddamn fool, because I just got done showing you the Vodoma tribe, okay? The Vodoma tribe in Zimbabwe, Africa. Okay? They were spliced with ostrich DNA. Okay? Mind-blowing information, to say the least. That's really all I had to say on this topic. My next video is going to be on just basically where hip-hop has gone from, you know, the mid-'80s or the late 80s to now. Okay? So I appreciate everyone who supports RFG movement and Atlantean movement. Like, subscribe, share this video. It's the chosen one, man. I'm out.